WWE adds SmackDown stars to boost Raw attendance. Plus, an NXT 2.0 star is injured and out indefinitely. And which indie standout came very close to signing with WWE this year? We'll talk about it in the wrestling news right now. So, WWE are having a little bit of an issue filling out the arenas. Now, initially when we came back, it was packed out because, wrestling. For over a year, no wrestling. We'll have a bit of that. Easy money. WrestleTix give us some interesting details on a show coming, or two shows coming up. One being the December 8th Dynamite and Rampage from Long Island, and then the November 29th Raw from the same place. WWE are having trouble selling that. So WWE have made several moves to change the fact that AEW tickets have been selling faster than WWE tickets. And there's stats that say this is the case. So they've been doing lots of things to get people through the doors.
Yes, they did a buy one, get one free. Right now they have a Me Plus 3 offer, which is an amazing Ticketmaster deal that probably only has 600 quid in fees on it, where you get 4 for the price of 3. I feel like they're probably going to be giving away tickets via radio shows, and it feels very much like they're trying to pack this out. And,
they really
and papering is the next step.
And they're doing their bit in front of the camera as well, because they're bringing in SmackDown stars for this show. Now, this isn't out of the realms of normality. Like, this has happened a few times where you've had a few SmackDown and Raw stars coming in to do dark match main events. So it's not, to quote Tom Jones, why Delilah?
It's a date, and often you'll get something special in these situations. You might get a champion versus champion match that nobody else gets to see, but you did, and it's got the feel of a house show match, which means the wrestlers are actually having fun.
Yeah, that's the good thing about live events, house shows. So the dark main event of Raw for that show on November 29th is going to be Roman Reigns and the Bloodline versus Drew McIntyre and the New Day.
Nice.
It's all right. If you haven't got your buy one get one free, your bog offs, your Me Plus 3s. Get yourself to watch a big old beefy tag main event.
It's interesting because the hard cam side, the side the hard camera is actually on, seems to have sold out. There seems to be very little tickets on the actual hard camera side, the side where the camera's positioned. On the side where it's on TV, there's loads of tickets left. So I don't know if that's because they might have been cheaper and they'll get moved around. I don't know the deal.
Maybe there's a trick that you buy a cheaper ticket, then on the day they go on, get in front.
It's not beyond the realms of possibility. WWE have certainly papered events before and much grander events than a random TV taping. So, just get back to the days of WCW, right? Like, if they're in that city, you'd be on the other side of the country.
There you go.
You don't have to worry about this stuff.
Exactly. That's the way you do it. It's easy. NXT 2.0 flavoured news. Former women's tag champ Zoe Stark is out of action with an injury. So she got beaten up by Toxic Attraction on Tuesday to write her off TV for a while. And that's a shame, because I know that Ben Potter, among many others, is a massive fan of Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark's Ben Potter's favourite wrestler from Toronto.
Nice.
So I haven't broke the news to him yet, because I know
you're going to have to.
He's about to go and do that.
He's going to
do the Triple Jump podcast.
The longer you leave it, he's going to be like, why, Tom? Why didn't you tell me, Tom? You knew, Tom. You knew.
He's going to be feeding Pablo for me in a couple of days. I want to keep on his good side. I want to keep on his good. Plus, he's about to do the podcast with Ashton and Peter, so I don't want to get them in a bad mood. And I'll do it after. Let's hold off on pulling the plaster. But she's out of action now. This was broken by John Pollock of Pose Wrestling, who says there's no confirmed time or severity, but we'll keep you up to date when she is back. Because I still think, even though she debuted before 2.0, she very much feels like a 2.0 star.
Yeah, like more of a featured player.
Yeah, there's going to be something there. I think if when Io Shirai gets a call up, then Zoe Stark can crack on and make some magic there. I want to give this a mention, because on the NXT 2.0 front...
Hit me with it.
Okay.
Hit me with it.
Right, Kushida.
Kushida, one of my faves. Just, absolute legend.
I'm really
has been horribly misused since arriving on the American scene, but yes.
I wish I'd done this news video with Ross or Jack. This is going to break your heart personally. So Kushida and Ike Manjiro, we know are in a team. They're doing a bit of a last Halloween Havoc, they did the whole, what's this Halloween thing you speak of?
Yeah.
They're an official team, and they've got a team name now.
Right, and what's the team name?
You know how Ike Manjiro likes jackets?
Yeah.
You know how Kushida's a bit Back to the Future.
Yeah.
The team is called Jacket Time.
It's so crap. It's brilliant.
Phew! Jacket Time!
And also, is it jacket time as in jacket, or is it jacket time as in...
Is it jacket? Oh, no, not that kind of...
Right, okay.
I mean, that's a very different tag team. It's an Attitude Era tag team, I would believe. Jacket Time is the name, and they put a tweet out with it, and then NXT put out a tweet saying Jacket Time will be an action. It's Jacket Time. That feels like...
It's crap like this about wrestling that I love, and it tends to be just the funny crap. Like, hopefully that's where they go with it, where, if we can get jackets with both their faces on them, and we can get, if we just go full ball with this,
just double
it's going
down.
to take my mind off the crippling sadness that is what could have been happening with Kushida on the other side of the world right now, had he not gone
if the Jacket
to
Time...
America.
If the Jacket Time thing is a gag that we've missed, let us know. Like, I don't know whether... Whether there's like
it
a
could
thing...
be the other jacket,
Oh, like they're old into a bit of a meeting with Mrs. Palm and her 5 lovely daughters. What?
Next story. Oh my God.
New Japan stars. Juice Robinson in the news today.
Yeah, so Juice Robinson's New Japan deal is set to expire at the end of January 2022, according to Fightful Select.
Yes.
Robinson is expected to receive offers from multiple companies, according to their report. He's been a regular on New Japan Strong events recently in the US, and of course he's been making appearances for Impact Wrestling. But I don't want Juice to leave New Japan. I like Juice in New Japan. Juice is one of my favourite things about New Japan.
Do you think they'll fight to keep him? I hope they will.
I hope they will, but obviously, I think he's married now, and he might be looking to start a new chapter in his life. So whatever he wants to do, I'll be happy with, and he'll be able to, produce amazing wrestling wherever he lands. But
he's married to Tony Storm now, isn't he?
So this is it. It's it could be time to move away from Japan, but at the same time, please don't make it a permanent. Make sure you go back, Juice, please, please.
Did a spate of Impact appearances over the summer? I don't know whether. I feel like they hyped a lot for Juice in Impact, and then not a much. Yeah, a lot of nothing really happened apart from Chris Bay joining Bullet Club.
We have New Japan's US wing as well, so maybe we could see if AEW's kind of opening and closing Forbidden Doors from time to time. Maybe we could see Impact and Impact and New Japan of America get into bed for a little more of a permanent thing where we could see a little bit of bleed over. But Juice is a good enough, name in terms of recognizability for New Japan, where I think he would work on their US branch. So he may even stay within New Japan, but just work New Japan Strong.
So there's more than one Forbidden Door.
There's many. There's
one Forbidden Door, like just those beads that you get in like your auntie's house.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine like a massive line of "Let's have a look at what you could have won"? Except it's just a different logo on every curtain.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Mike Bailey has walked through the Impact door.
This is awesome.
Now we announced earlier this week that Speedball Mike Bailey signed with Impact. Oh gosh, you deserve it. Clap, clap, clappy, clap. Mike Bailey's brilliant, and I was waiting for a company to actually get involved with Speedball Mike Bailey. Turns out, according to Mike Bailey, who had a chat with Sports Illustrated, that he was this close. And that is a metric meter, this close, a metric unit of thing, this close to working for WWE. This close. He goes into detail about how close that truly got.
I think I got mine too close together.
Mine's just far away. It's the size of it, not what you do with it. We went through a process, says Speedball Mike Bailey, and we had some pretty in-depth discussions, did I, in WWE. I didn't sign a contract. It pretty much went up to the point of me accepting an offer and going through the proceedings that would lead up to me signing. This took several months, and them deciding they were going in a different direction. So he came very close, buttock-clenchingly close to signing with NXT, presumably, and then they went changing everything. Come on in, Bron.
This is the thing, like NXT 1.0 plus Speedball Mike Bailey. money. That's like a license to print money, just straight up. The guy, like, for an audience that hasn't been able to see him compete for 5 years due to visa issues, on a face-to-face level, the live audience will have been blown away by that. The American audience would have really, just sort of got really on board with it. I think the American WWE audience, but. At the same time, what's the ceiling if he's not in NXT? If they bring him into SmackDown, it'll be interesting initially, and then for a fact they'll throw him into a tag team, and his talents will just kind of fall by the wayside. Whereas a company like Impact, he can be a real player in Impact.
Yes.
And Impact has a long history with...
player, you say?
Impact has a long history with, taking gambles on wider styles of wrestling that's ultimately paid off with things like the X Division. And Speedball is hard to put into one category. It's kind of this mishmash of many different things and an entirely unique get, I feel, here for Impact Wrestling.
The world is the oyster of Speedball Mike Bailey as part of Impact Wrestling. I'm very, very excited to see it. On the YouTube channel right now, Ross and I play Squid Game.
I don't know how you didn't just prick your fingers constantly.
He nearly ate one of the needles at one point.
Of course. Oh my God.
See if you can spot the moment.
Health and safety.
We didn't fill out any forms,
I know
mate.
you didn't. I didn't see any of them.
We just thought we'll do it and not tell you, and then it'll all be fine.
What's worrying me now is the startling amount of fire that's appearing in videos. First you burn a script, now there's needles getting burned, then there was the lanterns, and no.
Tom Campbell's Health and Safety Department, where it's always better to seek forgiveness than ask permission.
I'm going to duct tape extinguishers to you guys.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Stay safe. Love you, bye.